TSP, we like to welcome you. Every show we drop a gem on you to invest in you. We giving you the game, not no lame shit. These other podcasts talk about the same shit. We talk sports, world news, entertainment. Good eats on that grill, we get dangerous. TSP, we like to welcome you. Your day, week, month, we hope that we can help you through.
Well, folks, there's drug dealer time, and there's also TSP time, and that's what we've been on the last 2 weeks. But hello, everyone. TSP episode 226. I'm your host, Bobby Hall, and with me, as always, with much better Wi-Fi than mine, that's Dylan Savage. Dylan, how we doing, man?
We can hear you, but at least the audio quality is there. That's the most important part. Am I right? On a podcast, I would say so. That is probably the most important part, is the audio. So we at least have your audio that's pristine. Not so much the video quality, but that's all right.
Yeah, it is good. But then again, one of our top clips this week was, when I froze and you were fumbling around trying to navigate through, trying to figure out what the hell's going on. I got a lot of views over on YouTube, so maybe the the blooper reel, the follies, is the way to go. I don't know, but I'd much rather have everything run smooth.
Preferably. I mean, that
Spectrum
would make things
sucks ass, man. But I'm stuck.
Yeah.
I'm stuck with it, and it is what it is.
Yeah, I mean, you're kind of being cucked by your Wi-Fi. That's
It went down earlier. It went down about 12 hours ago for like 2 hours. It was a little shoddy last night. I couldn't, last week couldn't watch this week's episode of The Pit. So I was not happy. Yeah, it's just been real shitty lately, man. And of course, this is, a month after they, technically they raised the price on me, because before, if you did auto pay, there was like a $5 discount. They did away with the discount, of course, because they need that $5. So
it adds up,
yeah.
For all the customers.
They need that extra $70 from me every year.
That's just not you, though. I mean, it's across company wide, so you have to think, man. That's probably multiple. Yeah. Inflation. It doesn't just affect the consumer.
Sucks, man. But we're here. We're rolling.
We're trying.
We do have our guest this week, which we'll bring on here in a little while, so that's good. But he couldn't set a whole new standard of canceling as he's in the green room. That's never been done. And you just like last week, somebody canceling 5 minutes into the show has never been done. So who knows? Maybe when we go bring him on, Dylan, you'll be like, he's gone.
Yeah,
no,
I don't know.
Not.
I don't know what happened. Fucking
yeah, man.
The connection probably scared him away. That's right. That's what's going on right now. But I mean, let's get the ball rolling on this. First and foremost, to all those out there, wherever you may be watching, listening, we appreciate the time and the candor to tune into this episode of 226 of TSP. We do have a guest coming on the show later in this episode, but we also would like you to extend that hand like I did last week and offer you to subscribe to our podcast at TSP_2019 on all of our social media platforms and YouTube as well, as you are streaming on live at YouTube, Twitch, and I believe Facebook is our 3 streaming platforms for the live. That is also on Instagram and X. Wish we could stream to all of them, but we can only have a 3 stream limit for that. But you know what it is. I'm trying to find my banner here. Here it is. Boom! There's my little ticker. Be sure to subscribe. We've got a couple of subscribers. I think the YouTube Reels, I think that's what they call them, right? Reels or Shorts, that's what they call it. I think those are working, Bobby. I think those are actually pushing some followers to the channel, subscribing. Yeah. They're liking what they're seeing or try to see with the connection. So there's that.
And they like to certainly fling mud at you and I. So.
Oh, please. I think
me a lot more than you. I mean,
for sure. Mine was more of a corrective criticism. I mean, why do you call it a criticism? It wasn't even harsh. It was just saying you got time, because I said I didn't have time to watch anything, Bobby, and as I was like, I listed off things that I did, and the comment from someone, hopefully he subscribed, but they were just like, you do have time. You just decide to do other things. You just don't enjoy TV. You enjoy going to the gym, doing all the other shit instead. So it's like, hey, valid point. Valid point. I do have time. Everyone has 24 hours in a day. I just utilize mine differently than watching TV. So I guess there's that.
Yeah, I mean, you're in far better shape than I am. I like to watch TV. You like to work out, so that's the give and go on that. But yeah, shout out to our boy Sav. He texted me a couple weeks ago. He's like, "Hey, I just want to let you know, like, I started posting on Shorts, and like I'm gaining traction over there." And he showed me a screenshot, and he's getting like thousands of views and subs and stuff. So when we had talked about doing and posting Shorts for the longest time, we just never pulled the trigger, even though it's as simple as posting anywhere else.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, they really push you out there, and you know, we've definitely, a couple of our clips have done very well, and it's gaining subs.
Yeah.
And it's just continuing a streak that we've been on the last couple weeks. You know, the last 2 weeks before, you know, now our TikTok, you know, was really booming, thanks to our buddy Dan Hamer, and now it's, yeah, YouTube Shorts is killing it as well. So
Oh, absolutely.
it's been exciting, and yeah, I'm trying to post a clip a day. So I think consistency is key. So
100%. I mean, that was
keep
always
it
the
up.
standard. Is consistency was always key. And also, I mean, it's kind of like the audio only podcasts are like the malls around America. They're dying. You know, you need video content out there for like vertical video content, like the shorts, the reels, the TikTok clips, all that kind of stuff that really
Yeah.
push people to your podcast. Because it's such, like, we talked about the short attention span of today's society, and like those short clips kind of give you a taste, because they're not going to be going. I mean, no one, very rarely, I should say, someone's going to be just scrolling on YouTube, finding a random podcast like us and clicking on a full form episode and being like, I like this. They're going to see clips and stuff that add their attention or attraction, and they'll find more if they're, you know, if the appetite is there. And I think that works well. I mean, like you said, we've been analytically seeing a push towards that direction of growth, and
Huge. I mean,
it's
we're
nice.
talking like 500 to 1,000% increases.
Yeah, I mean,
Some places.
from
So,
yeah, I mean, to be fair, I mean, starting from ground zero, and we'll see what it looks like going forward. We compare, I guess, starting this month, we'll compare like March to April and see where it goes from there. I mean, that would be the big difference there, to see what the actual kind of growth is comparatively. But yeah, compared to like when we didn't do it in February or towards the end of February to now, I mean, yeah, that growth is definitely what's the word?
yeah, I think April won't be as much as March, because, you know,
Sure.
all the Dan's people came out and supported, because
Yeah.
we've gotten almost 200, you know, new followers in like 2 weeks, which is just
Right.
unheard of for a, you know, platform of our size. So
Yeah.
but it's been fun, and it's just kind of like reignited, you know, the fire, I guess, to kind of just keep this thing rolling.
Mhm.
And just kind of see what happens, man. Keep growing a little bit, and who knows, man. Maybe year 10 we'll be you know, doing a bit. Maybe we'll be in a studio year 10. Who knows? You know, if we can get these YouTube Shorts and TikToks rolling, who knows,
We'll
man.
have to find a little, like, I don't know, studio in Lima, meet halfway.
Something, yeah.
Not too shabby. Not too shabby. Make sure you give a thumbs up in the Facebook, or if you're watching on the YouTube, helps with the algorithms. We're just talking about analytics and algorithms. It does help pushing, giving a thumbs up, liking the video, and subscribe if you haven't already. Like I said last week, I think there was like a discrepancy of people who view the videos and shows and who's actually subscribed. I think there's a nice split there between like 41% of people are actually subscribed. So that just means like there's 59% unsubscribed who have viewed the channel. So hopefully you guys give that thumbs up and subscribe. And yeah, Bobby,
Well, there you
earlier
go.
this
You already
week.
got some comments rolling in here, D'Lo. Sorry to interrupt, but
Oh, no, you're good. You're good. What we got here? We got
saying Saturday Night Shop on CBS coming 27. There we go. I wouldn't hate that. Probably have to watch what we
CBS.
say though on CBS. Probably wouldn't
Yeah.
be too loose on there. And then Look at that. We might Lima seems like a realistic option. So
Yeah,
they got the space and it's cheap.
I like it. It's right up my alley, and it is a good halfway point. I meet my mom there with the girls and the family. We go up there for like Cracker Barrel breakfast, or I think they have right next to Cracker Barrel there. They have a Texas Roadhouse for dinner, depending on what the time constraints of scheduling is. But we just had Cracker Barrel last Sunday there in Lima. We met up with my mom and the family, and dude, they have a new breakfast burger. Okay, and that was one of my topics I wanted to bring up because you challenged me, Bobby. You challenged me this week to jot down some things that come across my mind while I'm throughout the week and have some talking points. Not sure we'll be able to get to all of them today. Maybe we'll actually bring some up with the guests that we have on coming on later. But that is one of my talking points: the breakfast burger. Now, I haven't been to a Denny's. I don't even know if Denny's fucking exist. And Jake, you're absolutely right about Kewpies. I had them before.
And Glenn, they were.
And Glenn. Yep, I see you. Kewpies is a banger. Yeah. Great pickles. We actually delivered pickles. My job delivered pickles to them, and come in these fucking cases, like 3,000-pound skids of like buckets of pickles. We delivered to them, and they,
Don't you know their jingle?
No, I don't. But those are the burgers.
Restaurant. There's a restaurant because there's like you said. When you used to work on the dock or whatever, you only got one station, and there was like some restaurant jingle that used to come on. I swear it was.
Maybe it was Kewpie. I don't know. It's been a long time since I worked the dock, brother. But those were the 5 a.m. burgers that I always talked about, Kewpies.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so like, there's no wrong time to eat a burger, and Kewpies definitely sufficed. But Cracker Barrel breakfast burger. I don't know if the Denny's exist anymore.
Dude, see, you sang that. I'm sorry to keep interrupting you. But you did sing that before. The pickle on top makes your heart go flippity flop.
Yeah.
Yeah,
there we go.
I'm sorry. I remember that.
I'm gonna shout that one out right there. Yep, 100%. The pickle on top makes your heart go flippity flop. And they are great none of that McDonald's bullshit. But yeah, they're nice. They're nice pickles, man. Highly recommend Kewpies if you're in the area. It has that like old diner style to them too. You know, like old fashioned diner kind of style. Yeah, it's a great vibe there. But no, Denny's. That's what I was saying. Denny's, I don't know if they exist anymore. I know they took the one out of Rossford away. I don't drive around and see a Denny's very often anymore. It's unfortunate. But what I'd like to say about that is it reminds me of the bacon what the fuck was it called? Back at Denny's, they had like a breakfast burger. It's like oh man, epic focus kicking in. But they had a breakfast burger at Denny's. Okay. It had like the hash brown eggs, beef patty, and it had like this cheese on it that really fucking put the cherry on top. But it reminded me of that. It was a great burger. I think it's called the breakfast burger at the Cracker Barrel. So it's pretty simple to find. And it said it was a new item. So I don't know how often they update those menus, but I needed to try it. It said new. I wanted to try, and I tried, and it was great. So there's that.
No, I got to bring this up before I bring a guest on, too.
Sure.
And while I got Glenn and Jake, because I think they'll both get a kick out of this, because this show I watch, because I listen to a lot of Barstool stuff, and one thing that, I don't know how it got brought up randomly, but, you know, it used to be like, when I was little, Discovery Zone. You're probably a little too young for Discovery Zone. I might have been right after your thing, but like Chuck E. Cheese, like, you know, those little play place type things. Well, I guess in Chicago, and there were some in Michigan too, there was a little Caesar themed version of that called Caesarland. And I looked it up, and sure enough, I sent you the Reddit link there that had some photos in it, man. Caesarland. Pretty interesting stuff, man. And it looks just like a Discovery Zone. You know, it's got your games in there, slides, ball pits, you name it, man. And yeah, I guess it closed about, looks like 15 years ago.
Yeah.
And yeah, man. I just thought it was crazy. Pizza was probably better than Chuck E. Cheese. You know, some LCs.
I don't know about that, man.
Like
I remember those square pizza, those rectangle pizzas you get at school on Fridays. When there was a Chuck E. Cheese pizza, you're like, fuck yeah. In elementary school?
Yeah, we didn't get those, no.
We got them Chuck E. Cheese. It came in a box. Came in like a Chuck E. Cheese box. It was great.
Yeah, I mean, this looks like a place that I would crush, you know? Because those places, I loved going to those places. Major Magics was another one in Toledo way back. I mean, you got to be an old head to know about some major magics, but yeah. Dylan, I mean, when you were younger, did you have like go to birthday parties like this? We get like Chuck E. Cheese, like any of these kind of places?
Of course. I mean,
Like
I went to a
QZR,
couple.
laser tag.
Yeah, 100%. QZR was awesome. Laser tag, we remember that. I think wasn't there like a place by QZR? Maybe it was QZR. I don't know. It was like something like with like a nickel, like everything was like 5 cents or
Nickel
something like
World.
that.
Yep.
Nickel World, yeah, that was it.
Yep.
I had a birthday party there once. I said Chuck E. Cheese already, but now like more modern. It's like Air Zone, I think they call it. Is that what they call it? Air Zone? It's like the trampoline place. Maybe I'm combining two different places. Urban Air. Maybe that's what's called. Urban Air.
Urban. Yeah, it's funny you say that. I should send you this reel.
Urban Air
There
is
was actually a big ass fight at Urban Air in Toledo today.
Well, everything is always ruined, dude. Keep your fucking fights somewhere else, all right? Because they took away.
Like, and the thing is, like, we've been there a few times. I mean, there's never been any issues like that. But it's like, man, that makes me not want to go back.
Yeah, because dude, everyone has to bring their goddamn conflict to places of enjoyment, and we're just trying to enjoy our weekends in the very little time that we have at Urban Air and get some air and jump around and let our kids play. And then you have to bring your damn conflict there, and because some gang-related bullshit, you have to close the goddamn place. And then where do I have to go? Where do I have to go now? Can't enjoy a damn trampoline anymore. Arcades and all that fun stuff. They took away our teenage back when we were like. You're probably too old for this. You missed out, but they had this club. When you couldn't get access to Club Glazelle, they had a teen club that lasted maybe like 1.5 summers, and gang violence related things ended that very quickly.
We had something like that at the Woodville Mall called Ricochets.
Ricochet. All right. Yeah, that's great.
Yeah, and Jake makes a good point. Yeah, all adult version of these are reset, which I was just bitching on here a couple weeks ago about how they don't take care of any of their arcade machines, which is just sad on multiple fronts. I feel like if you got something that's like a rarity anymore, because you can't just go out and buy X-Men or Ninja Turtle arcade machines like from that era, why the hell would you just let it go to shit? But
sure,
maybe they did, fix them a few times, and after the millionth time, like, I don't know why I keep putting money into this, but I don't know.
Yeah,
that's for them to figure out. But
what's that?
We still have a guest at this time.
Yeah, we still have a guest. Yeah. He's chilling in there. He's having a grand old time. I love these intros, catching up with you. I appreciate them sticking around in the green room for sure. Hopefully they're enjoying the content as well.
Always, yeah. He might have some input. He's from Pennsylvania, so I don't know what they got out there, but we'll see here in a minute. But yeah, we got another fun guest that we've had a couple weeks ago. We had Mike from Pilsudski. We've had Sauce Bros on, Gator Bait, which I just put another order in, and shout out Malcolm from Gator Bait too. Our buddy Jake Griffith, he put an order in, and Malcolm threw in an extra bottle for him. So I thought that was pretty cool. And I also like to hear that our people are supporting our guy Malcolm, which I actually put an order in this week too. Our promo code still works, TSP_2019. If you want some of the best barbecue sauce in the game and want to save some money doing it, the promo code still works. So, hop over there, Gatorade Barbecue, and get you some, man. He's still working on, because I asked him, because he has what he calls Ohio Spicy right now, but he wants to put out like a full-fledged, burn your asshole version. And he said the one that he came out with, like the recipe it didn't taste the way he wanted to, so he kind of went back to the drawing board. So I told him when he does come out with that, we'll bring him back and we'll talk about it, because that's our guy, man. Good dude. But anyways, yeah. So this guy, he owns a hot sauce company. I really like the bottles, the artwork. They really stand out. The colors that he uses. So we'll get into some of that and some of the outside the box flavors that he has as well. So
now before
some more, man.
Yeah, before we bring on our guest, did you want to play part 3 of the Luke series?
Thank you.
Our Canadian friend?
Just like the second one, man. I completely forgot. Yeah. Our buddy Luke, he sent another clip. I still don't 100% know what's going on here, Dylan, and I don't know if you know either, but I guess we'll see if we can piece together anything from part 3 here.
Let's figure it out. It's a short one.
Wait, I can't move. What the? No, what the fuck? No, wait. Did you change my clothes? What the fuck? Ah, no, no, no! I don't want to watch these. Get me out of here! Ah!
You know, these clips just keep you wondering what's next. You know?
Yeah, and it looks like he was watching some of his own content. I don't know, Luke, buddy, if you're out there, whatever you can, or I don't even know if he actually sent that in. I don't know, because he didn't take it. And I don't know, you're upstairs. I've only ever been down in the downstairs portion of your home, really just the kitchen. I don't know what your upstairs looks like. I don't know if that's a room up there. Hell, he could be in the room behind you for all I know. But wherever he is, I hope he's all right. But yeah, just
stay tuned for
keep in
part
touch,
4.
man. Yeah, please.
We got the pieces all together. When we finally get the last one, we'll play them all sequentially. Or I did not say that word right, but chronologically maybe is the word I was looking for. But yeah, we'll piece it all together, and then we'll play the final clip and see what happens, man. But yeah, definitely one of those that every TV show series has like those like filler episodes that are like you waited all week for this, but it's kind of you need that episode to kind of move you along within the story. I think it was one of those kind of clips where it's like not much there, no meat to the bone, but you kind of need that part of the series to kind of complete the story.
Okay. Well, apologies to our guests because I forgot about that again, just like a couple weeks back. So I'm glad you brought it up. But to bring him on for episode 226, today we are joined by Chris Sowers of Sowers Hot Sauce. Chris, thanks for joining us, giving us some of your free time on a Saturday night to talk some shop with us. And just like that, D'Lo, he has your
What's up,
logo
guys?
there in the top right. Love the logo, love it all. But let's just jump right into it, man. How did Sowers Hot Sauce get started? What was the moment you realized you wanted to make hot sauce and jump in the condiment game?
Well, I always was into hot peppers and was always growing them and stuff. And I bought my house and I started growing a garden because I have 9 kids. And I jumped into the rabbit hole of looking at all the crap they put in our food and started growing a garden. So I started growing a lot of hot peppers. And I said to my wife one year, I was like, you know what? I'm going to try making some hot sauces. And she was like, go for it. So I made my first hot sauce, which was suicide nectar. It's a peach. It's hot. And my kids, my sons, they're really big into hot sauce too. So they started eating it because it tastes amazing and it's hot. And they're like, Dad, you need to sell these. And I'm like, I'm not selling them. Like, I'm not doing it. And in the same week, I came out with my second sauce, which was Fatal Fatale. And I thought, I was just going to make them for myself and my kids. And then all my kids started bugging me about I should sell them. And then they cornered me in the kitchen. They're like, you need to get a TikTok, Dad. And I am like, I am not getting a fucking TikTok. Y'all are crazy. Shut up. Like, I'm not. And the following day, my son stopped in at 5 o'clock in the morning. He said, hey, I'm stopping over before work. He sat down in my kitchen and he's like, Dad, he's like, listen, you have something here and I think you should start a TikTok. So I started making more sauces, got on TikTok and started sending some out into the barbecue community. The response was, I still, to this day, I'm going into a little over a year and a half. I have 100% positive feedback on every flavor, and I'm now at like 20. Had Hot Sauce Review guys give nothing but rave reviews. So I started an LLC, and my wife and I had a conversation, and I said, well, I guess maybe I should give this a shot. And it just kind of took off. Like I started thinking, maybe I could make another 100, $200 a month or something, and it took off. And the next thing you know, I'm in Texas multiple times and going to events in other states, and everywhere I go is just it's really just an incredible journey. And it's kind of hard to keep up after sometimes, but um people ask me how I come up with the flavors, and I'm like, listen, I eat these damn peppers. You know what I mean? I grow them. I want to see, what their heat level is, what their flavor is. And so then I started, balancing fruit with them because to me, the sweet heat, like that's not everybody's bag, but the sweet heat, the fruits balance better to me with the hot peppers. And so I played with that. And then, a lot of people like Tabasco sauce. I can't stand Tabasco sauce.
Mm.
So what I did was I made one, and it's not like any Tabasco sauce on the shelf. Like this stuff is amazing. You want to make a buffalo sauce with it, you throw some butter, a little bit of lemon. It's a crazy good buffalo sauce. So I try to stay well rounded in the flavors, and
What's
in the
that one
heat
called?
levels. That's called Salbasco.
Okay. Okay. All
Uh,
right.
and I have an extra spicy version of that. That'll burn your ass. I'm not even gonna lie. Like, but I like that one. The ghost pepper that I add to that for the heat. It adds a bit of a different flavor profile to it. But I kind of when I got onto the TikTok, like I got into the barbecue community because I do a lot of barbecue. Like I smoke a lot of food. Like I would live on my smokers. Um, And then, Burn Firestarters, John from Burn Firestarters, he reached out to me and he's like, hey, listen, how about, we come up with a hot sauce, kind of promote my brand, push you out. And I said, okay, we didn't discuss really a flavor or anything. Um, and then, so I came out with Lit, which actually is the mildest one that we have. It's a pineapple cherry. Um, I made like 30 bottles of it, drove 600 miles to his house to meet him. A great guy. And didn't even tell him I had a sauce. And I was like, hey, dude, check this out. I made you a sauce. And Lit is extremely popular. My wife does not like anything spicy. If I use too much pepper, she's bitching. Lit, she steals it. It's in her purse. She has it everywhere. She uses it on everything. And so there's a few that she even, eats. My kids love them. Everybody loves them. It's just it's gotten pretty popular. It's really a neat journey I'm going on, and hopefully, we'll see how it turns out.
What's the most popular one you got right now?
I, you know,
Do we lose him, or is that me?
No, I think. Oh, he's back now. He's back now.
yeah,
That was
yeah. I
him.
kind of
Okay.
flashed in and
Yeah.
out.
Yeah, we got you.
Like we had an event today. I have two that we don't even have on the website yet. One is called Tropical Fallout. That's a strawberry, cherry, pineapple um, conglomeration, and it is hot. It is very good. And I have one that's called Devil's Bile. That's roasted red peppers, caramelized onions, and garlic, and that's got heat already. But there's people that come up to me in events, and they're like, listen, I want you to hurt me, but it's got to taste good. And so I made Devil's Bile Exorcism Edition, and those are the first. Today was the first event we put those out, and I watched a lot of people change a lot of different colors today, which was cool. But people loved it. They're like the flavor, like it makes the heat worth it. Um, so it's hard to pick. They all sell just about the same. The one that surprises me that sells, and it surprises a lot of people is I have a banana flavored hot sauce. It's called Banana. Um, it's really good. My kids love it. It's not like super hot. It's about a medium. But even that one, like depending on where we're at, that sells crazy good too. So I mean, it's hard to pick which ones sell the most because they just once people taste them, that's it. And, you know, I grow all my own peppers. I make them as all natural as I can. Most of my ingredients I get from, you know, Amish food markets if I don't grow them myself. Um, because I don't like crap in my food. Like, and I don't like crap in the hot sauces. And I believe there's a lot of hot sauce companies out there that started out with some really good hot sauces, and then they started mass producing them, and they add stuff to them, or they put them in plastic containers, and it just ruins the flavor of them. And like hot sauce, most people buy a hot sauce and they leave it sit on their fridge door, and it'll stay there for years, and they'll use it every once in a while. I didn't want that. I wanted to make hot sauces that people use every single day on everything. Like you make some chicken, put it on there. You want to eat some ice cream, put it on there. You know, and that was my goal. And I think I think I'm holding true to it.
That's
I'm
awesome.
like those people that were talking to you at that the market you were at today. I'm in the same group as far as like I like hot stuff if it tastes good. These people
Right.
that just like eat hot shit, that's just all it is heat. That's not.
No,
I've never
that's
liked that stuff.
that's
You know.
dumb. Like I
Yeah.
can't. And you know, I realize my heat tolerance is high, but I make a apple pear bacon. It's called cauterized, and it is crazy. Like I will take a slice of apple pie and put a scoop of vanilla ice cream on top of it, and then drizzle the cauterized on it, and you cannot believe how that increases the flavor of your food. It's just got to go with it. Um, the strawberry pineapple that I have. That's the other one my wife loves. I will eat. I'm diabetic for God's sakes, and I will eat a half of a gallon of Blue Bunny strawberry ice cream and a bottle of hot sauce in a sitting. Like it's just good. Like it's
Now,
just,
now, hey Bobby, we got to get your hands on some of these bottles of hot sauce here because you know we got
Yeah,
a
I guess
hot
so.
sauce shot that we do on a wheel, and Bobby he had a pretty
Yeah,
bad time with.
we do live streams every once in a while for like big occasions, and we spin a wheel that people can donate to kind of help us with the show and keep the
Mhm.
lights on. And I don't drink alcohol for the last couple years, so
Me
Dylan
either.
does. But so what I do to kind of contribute is I'll do shots of hot sauce. I was just doing like the extra hot, red hot, so nothing like crazy. But after 18 shots of it, I mean, you do feel it the next day, that's for sure. But yeah,
Oh yeah.
we'll have to get a couple bottles of Sowers hot sauce to add to the hot sauce shot wheel.
Hot,
That'd be
hot,
interesting.
hot sauce shot sponsored by.
Yeah.
There's a hot sauce review guy. He's in Scotland. I send him my hot sauces. I've watched that dude drink my shit, and I'm like, listen, I make this. I should be able to do that. No, no, I cannot. I don't know how he does it. You know, like everything in moderation, my man. Like so, even the medium, heat stuff. Once you get into a half a bottle, like that's no longer a medium. That's that's fucking hot.
Yeah, eventually it would
Yeah, it
just
sounds
numb the
nuts.
tongue, you know.
Right.
Mm. Yeah, I mean, you build up a tolerance, but I mean,
Right.
I think if you were going to do shots, I think you'd be really surprised at most of these. Like they're all very flavor forward. Like whatever you see on the label, that's what you're going to taste first. Like the heat is secondary.
That's nice.
And then when it does come in, it blends with the flavor. And so for as long as the flavor's in your mouth, the heat usually sticks around. But it's nothing like you're not going to be grabbing for milk. Most of these are not going to burn your ass out the next day either,
That's a
even the
plus.
hot ones. So I
Even the
mean,
exorcism or whatever you said.
listen,
Yeah,
I
the
have
blood of
eaten
Christ compels you.
since I have made that, I've eaten 5 bottles of it. Because I run them through their paces as I get them. Like, and when I run them through their paces, like I don't mean like let me just put a little bit on a sandwich. Like the first thing I test them all on is wings, and the reason I test them on wings is as soon as they come off the smoker, like they're as hot as they're going to be, and then I dump the sauce on them because that's going to increase the heat and the flavor. So I want to see what the maximum out of them is. Um, the Devil's Bile Exorcism Edition. It's gonna burn your mouth, my man. Like that's for real. Like,
Yeah, I would imagine with
Yeah,
that name.
yeah. Who?
but I mean, listen, a lot of the stuff that upsets most people's stomachs, and stuff like that, it's usually something that they add to them. And I'm not putting any of that. Like I use a lot of natural preservatives, honey, even sugar's a preservative, the vinegar, so pH is key. So I really, I'm just not the stuff that they use for preservatives and stuff like that. Like we just, when you find out what a lot of that stuff does to your body and what a lot of that stuff is made from, you don't like, I mean, you may as well go chew on a car tire. Like,
Right. Now,
So-
I think we all want to know now is who is part of this hot sauce naming committee with coming up with these names.
came up with them all.
Really nice. I mean,
I came up with them all. Here's the thing. When I say that I started this from my garden, like the logo to drawing I did, which we weren't sure what we were going to use for a logo on the bottle. I'm like, oh, I drew this picture in 2011. And the labels started out kind of rough. I had a 2-piece label. My wife was on me about getting a 1-piece label, and I'm like, absolutely not. I love my labels. And I said, well, you know what? If you can design a label better than what I made, we'll talk about a 1-piece label. And she said, well, if you were going to change it, what would you do? And I was like, well, the logo's got to be there. Let's put some halo of light out. She sat upstairs and she taught herself some like graphic design shit. And the next thing you know, she comes with my logos with like neon flames and everything else. And I'm like, you win. Like, I didn't even like my labels anymore. So, like, they've grown to be, they stand out wherever they're at. And the logo on my tents, my shirts, everything, the logo really stands out. So when I say that we've done everything, like I make these, bottle them all by hand, like they just from beginning to end, like I'm involved. My wife Juan on the labels. Now we have, at least I don't have to make them on that godforsaken cricket anymore because that one day I am not going to need that cricket and I am going to smash, burn, and run it over with my lawnmower. Like, but I started out making all the labels on the cricket.
that's brutal. It's a brutal process. I mean, we've made shirts before. Our first like merchandise of TSP t-shirts. I was hand ironing every single logo. And yeah, never again. The quality versus time and consumption of my time, it's just not worth it. Not worth it at all. But from the naming standpoint, logo standpoint, that kind of segues me into my next question was because that has to be a crucial part with the hot sauce business as a whole, because there's so many types of hot sauce. You go to a grocery store, they have a whole aisle dedicated to hot sauces from floor to top shelf, all the way across the board. There's just so much to choose from. So you would need a logo, a name to kind of grab someone's attention, to separate yourself from maybe the Red Hots and the Goliaths and that kind of just that realm of the what's the word, topic, whatever. But you get what I'm saying. Because you go there and I kind of look at the names and stuff, you see like Devil's Spit and like Devil's Piss or whatever whatever they call their hot sauces. Like those names kind of like grab you and kind of intrigued of what you want to, I kind of want to try this, I want to try Devil's Spit in my mouth,
Right.
Pause. But the name, that's why I asked about the names, because the exorcism, like I kind of want to try that, test my limits.
It's good. It's hot. But I've actually taken my hot sauces into the store and I'll just random walk up to the hot sauces, pull 2 out. I don't care what they are, slide my 2 bottles in and then stand back. And they stand out over everything on the shelves. Even if it's not just the hot sauces, it's the barbecue sauces beside it, or maybe it's, the pickles or whatever, like they stand out on a shelf. And that's what I need them to do. And, there's a lot of people that are like, oh, I don't like sweet heat. I'm like, oh, well, what have you tasted sweet heat lately? And then once they taste it, I don't think we ever, very rarely do we have anybody that tastes any of these that does not buy them. Um, Two Gringos Chupacabra. I love their seasonings. They're amazing people. I love their company. When I first was in touch with Alton, he said he was going to send me some seasonings, and I'm like, all right, well, I'm going to send you some hot sauces. And he was straight up. He was like, Mr. Sowers, we don't do sweet heat here. And I'm like, oh, that's cool, but I'm still sending you some hot sauces. Worst, if you don't like them, you can just throw them out. You know what I mean? Converted them. Like they absolutely love my hot sauces. In fact, they sell a few of them in their store. Um, they're great people. I love their seasonings. They love my hot sauces. I love the people that come up to me and say they don't like sweet heat. And I'm like, oh, well, cool. Well, I mean, what's it going to hurt to try? You know what I mean?
Challenge accepted.
And they're usually like, all right, well, and then it's about the time that, like I have one that it's called Devil's Fruit Basket, right? This has multiple fruits in it. You've got blueberry, banana, pineapple, mango, all that in it. And they're like, that's a lot of fruit. And then they taste it. And they're like, oh man, you can put this on chicken. I'm like, you can put it on whatever you want. Like, it's good. You can taste every fruit singly. And, the heat it's about high medium, I call it. But, I like watching those people that go from we don't do sweet heat to like now we're only buying your hot sauces. I love that. That is like the best thing to me. Yeah, there's always profit. People are all about the money. I love making products that people are like, listen, I love to eat this. Like I literally am at work and trying to figure out what all I can eat your hot sauces on. I love that. And I love the fact that, they're about as healthy as I can make them. I mean, I'm diabetic and I have never had any of my hot sauces affect my diabetes at all. That doesn't mean that there's not, it may affect some people, you know what I mean? But, and I eat these in like ridiculous quantities. I mean, I have a never ending supply. And if I run out, I know a guy. So,
there you go. Hot sauce guy.
Yeah, I know a guy who makes them. So, if anybody would think that it's not up their alley, that's cool. I mean, but at least give them a try. You know what I mean?
What do you like when you have people try the sauce? Are you just giving them like a small spoonful of it by itself, or are you trying like a cracker, or what? What do you let them, I guess, try the sauces with?
This is what I tell them when we're at events. I've got chips that I put out. They are Two Gringos Chupacabras tortilla chips, which they are the best tortilla chips I've ever eaten. I always have those, and I have these tiny little sample spoons. And I tell them, look, I got chips, I got tiny little spoons. However you want to do it to yourself, taste whatever you want. Ask me the heat levels. I'll tell you the flavors, whatever. I even had a little old lady today. She came up. She goes, "Oh, hot sauce." She goes, "Oh, I can't do hot." I said, "Well, I have, lit. It's the mildest one I have." I said, "It's pretty good." I said, "If my wife can eat it, anybody can eat it." And she tasted it. She tasted the lit, and I shit you not, she bought a bottle. It was the coolest thing. My youngest customer was 4 years old. His mom and dad walked up with, his two brothers and his sister, and they said, "We don't eat hot sauce, but little man does." And I'm like, "Oh, you're kidding, right?" 4 years old. He tried lit. He said he liked it, but it wasn't hot enough. And I went, "Oh, you're that kid, right?"
The exorcism.
So I gave him the next step up, which was thermal, and in a crowd of people, that the kid's face, he turned around and the smile that he hit me with was crazy. And he was like, "That it's really good." And they wound up buying him a bottle, and he walked off like he just won an award. There were so many people standing around. We were at the goat races, and there were so many people standing around watching when that happened. And as soon as that little boy walked off, like everybody came forward. And now people who doubted sweet heat or whatever, they were buying. I mean, it's crazy. It's crazy to see. I love interacting with the people. I love watching the reactions. I love talking to them and everything else. I have yet. Eventually, you're going to have that one. You know what I mean? But I have yet to have a bad experience with a person, I have no negative feedback. Eventually that's coming too, because I know that they're not going to be everybody's speed. You know what I mean? Which is why they're
Yeah.
not all sweet heat. Like I have some that are not sweet, you know. Um, Extinction, which I made for seafood. It's crazy good. It's a lemon chipotle. Started selling it. People are like, "Have you tried this on steak?" And I went, "No," because I made it for seafood. And turns out it's good on steak, chicken, pork, and people are eating it on everything. And it's cool. It's a really cool experience.
That
I
sounds
like
great.
that. I'm looking at the site right now. I got two in my cart that I think I might pull the trigger on here later on. But I just need to know. You can tell me what level of hot they're at, because I like some hot stuff, but I'm like a
Mhm.
basic bitch. Like I said, I've always been a big red hot guy. You know, that's the stuff I
Yeah.
put on everything. So obviously it's a little bit different because a lot of these things are like fruit based.
Mhm.
Um, which I may grab one of those too. But I've got your Devil's Bile, and then obviously I'm gonna try that Sobasco as well. That
Mhm.
one I'm guessing is probably one that's probably in my ballpark. But where's that Devil's Bile at 1 to 10?
Devil's Bile. I don't. Devil's Bile's hot. Would I classify it as like you're gonna grab a gallon of milk? No. But the roasted red peppers and the caramelized onion and the garlic. I love Devil's Bile. I hate ketchup. Ketchup to me is a garbage condiment. I hate it. They put a bunch of crap in it. I just don't like it.
Hot take.
Um, Not saying that Devil's Bile tastes like ketchup, but I will, if there's something that I would use ketchup on, I would use Devil's Bile. Like I love Devil's Bile on French fries. Like I'll eat a mountain of French fries with Devil's Bile. It's got some heat to it, but the flavor, um, I just think that the caramelized onion and the roasted red pepper and the garlic is very, very well balanced. Um, it is very popular with a lot of people who want to come up and they're like, listen, before I made the Exorcism edition and Tropical Fallout, they're like, what's all the hottest ones you got? And Devil's Bile is usually the first one that I've had a lot of people that come up in like a suit and tie type of deal, really nice dressed people, and they'll walk off with Devil's Bile. So it's really good. But it's got some heat. And it
Okay.
also depends on how much you're going to use on it. You know what I mean? Like if you're reasonable, it won't be as bad. If you're like me, almost like a kamikaze with a bottle, like you're going to get some more heat out of it. It'll make you sweat, but it's not. It's
Okay.
it's not going to make you suffer.
Let me see, because I like that you have this create your own bundle option. That's actually really dope.
Hmm.
So I'm looking at maybe adding in the cauterize. Is it cauterize?
Yeah, cauterize has got some heat to it, but I'm telling you right now, right off the
Okay.
bat, as soon as it hits your mouth, you're going to taste the apple and the pear. That bacon comes in on the back end. And whatever you want to put it on, I'm telling you, it'll go good. I mean, I have yet to put it on cereal, but
How about
I
ice cream?
imagine it would probably ice cream. It's amazing on ice cream.
I've never tried that. I mean, I'm a big don't knock it till you try it kind of guy, but
Yeah,
hot
Yep.
sauce on ice cream definitely has never crossed my mind.
I had a guy come up to me and say, "Have you tried any of your fruit hot sauces and ice cream?" And I was literally like, "Shut the hell up, dude! What's wrong with you?"
Yeah,
And
it's
then it was a
wild.
couple nights later, I was getting some ice cream. So I said to my wife, I said, "You know what?" So I pulled them all out of the fridge and I was like, son of a bitch. And now I won't eat ice cream without hot sauce. It's crazy.
Does it take away any of the heat that you're looking for, or does it
It
kind of pair
acts
well?
it you'll still get some heat, but
Mhm.
it does dull it. And it is crazy um how it just really goes good with it. And banana is another one. Like that's got a good medium heat. It's a banana flavor, but on ice cream, I mean it's good on chicken and pork and stuff, but you throw that on some ice cream and it literally is like eating a banana split without I mean, it's made with fresh bananas, so I mean it's kind of the same, but um I think a lot of them surprise a lot of people.
It's like Satan, call it Satan Sunday.
Yeah, that's it. But it's really, like I said, like my kids, one of their favorites of my hot sauces is Bernano. They actually go through a lot of it, and yeah, the flavor of it. People are like, yeah, but what can you use banana on? Really? Like I'm telling you right now, make yourself some wings and put some of that banana on it. Like whatever seasoning you're using, it doesn't matter. That the banana flavor on wings is crazy good. It's I know that it seems like it wouldn't, but I think between the vinegar and everything else, it helps with that. But it's really good.
So you got 20 flavors. Obviously, you've probably tried to make many more than that. So give me a flavor experiment, that you thought would be great. But when you made it, you're like, holy shit, this is terrible. I got to go back to the drawing board.
I gotta tell you, I haven't had that.
All right. All good.
My wife will tell you, there's things that people say about me that I don't say about myself. Um, I just am not. Some ways that people portray me and say things about my hot sauce, like the best hot sauces in the world. I'll never say that. A lot of people work really hard doing that, and I can't taste them all. So I would never say that. There are people that say that because I have a photographic palette, so I legitimately can walk around and think about flavors in my head and then come in and write down a recipe and make it. And it turns out to be one of these. So my wife said she's never seen anything like it. And to me, it doesn't seem like anything, you know what I mean? There's a lot of people spend a lot of time, balancing and all this other stuff, but like I can taste them in my head. So I haven't had any that I didn't like. And I'm very picky. I'm probably more critical of these things than anybody else. Like, there are a few that I thought about making that in the end I thought, they're going to wind up tasting like shit, so I'm not doing it. There, I wanted to introduce some different fruits, like dragon, bring in like dragon fruit and stuff. But dragon fruit, if you don't, balance it really well, it takes a really weird taste, and even a consistency. And so I think I'm going to stay away from that one for a while. Maybe I can figure something out. I do make a hot sauce for another company, Louisiana Farm to Fire. They have Swamp Sweat. They came to me and asked me about a hot sauce, and I said, think about it. And I watched their videos, saw what they cooked with and all that stuff. Plus, they have a seasoning, Booyah, which is amazing. And based a hot sauce on their cooking style and everything else. And then I called them and said, hey, I made you a hot sauce. Right now, currently, Swamp Sweat, I can't make it fast enough for them.
Really?
They're selling the crap out of it. It is. I currently was trying to get them a double batch. But they're so balanced that if one ingredient is a little off, it'll throw the sauce off. And I used a different type of lime, and it was a thick peeled lime. And the hot sauce tasted the same until it rested in your mouth, and the back end of it, there was a bitter. And so I wound up dumping, the equivalent of 170 bottles because I won't. Like I'm really, really picky. They're very, very sensitive. Good. So I mean, I know you're like a Tabasco guy. That's cool, but yeah. And if you do put in an order, I'm going to send some extras, so you got to try them, dude. You know what I mean? If you hate them, you hate them. I mean, but I'm just like put them on everything.
Yeah, I mean, you talked about earlier about the other companies mass producing and it losing its maybe the quality losing its luster because of ingredients and so forth. What's your process of mass producing these things for other companies like you just described?
I'm really still just small batch. I've been talking to bottling companies so that I can get a co-packer, but I'm going to be very, very strict about it. The problem of it is I can find people that will make them the way that I do, exactly the way that I do, but they have minimums, and I'm not selling my house to put these into a bottling company. When they come to me and they say, we need 22 or 2,500 as a minimum for one flavor, and I'm trying to get four in, because if I can get four in, then you just keep pulling them in as you make a profit and stuff. But when you're talking like 50 grand, I don't have 50 grand. You know what I mean? I have 9 kids. I'm lucky if I have $50. You know what I mean? So,
Yeah, 9 kids. Damn, you got something. That's for sure.
Like
If it ain't money.
the Phillip Rivers of the hot sauce game.
but so I'd like to get into a bottling company and get bigger. And there are some really good co-packers, and they're willing to do what I do, but like I don't want any water put in them. I don't want any like keep that xanthan gum out of my shit. Don't sit and by trade I do water treatment. And so a lot of what I know about that helps with this, especially with pH and chemicals and stuff like that. So I don't want any of that. If it's a chemical, it ain't good for you. I don't care. Like so I don't want any of that in my hot sauces. That's not why I made them. And I don't want to give up. I don't want to give on that at all. So we'll see. Maybe I'll stay small batch for the rest of my life. Just got to make bigger batches. But for right now, it's small batch.
Yeah, and I respect the standard that you set yourself to, and like the product and quality of the hot sauce as a whole. I mean, if you're willing to pour out 170 bottles worth of hot sauce because something was just slightly off, I mean, the whole reason that you started this thing, like you stated in the beginning, was because of the quality and the ingredients. You wanted it to be pure and it's from your garden, and you mentioned Amish produce as well.
Yeah.
Now, it's coming from someone who doesn't know anything from the mass producing standpoint, is that automatically, like, if you were to go with the mass producing side at some point, do they make it a requirement where those things have to be put into the sauces, or is it just because?
What I found is some people will say that it is a requirement, but then there's other companies that are just like, no, that's not a requirement. As long as you're at, the pH is right, the amount of water that's in them. Because I mean, there are companies that add water to their products, and then whether it's hot sauce, barbecue sauce, whatever, and that's where the xanthan gum comes in, because that xanthan gum is basically just it bonds your product to the water so it doesn't separate, so that nobody sees how much water's in it. And I don't want that. Like, yeah, you're going to get separation in these. I mean, it's all natural ingredients. So you're going to have to shake the bottle, but you're not going to be seeing any clear water on top of it. So there are companies that are like, no, you don't need that. Right. I don't want any of that in there.
Yeah. I mean, respect to that. And the way I just picture it from like a smaller standpoint, a smaller production for these is like, you have a big pot of this hot sauce that you just made, and then you're straight ladled to jar. Is this what I'm seeing here?
Well, the process basically, and I think it's pretty standard across most hot sauces, is it's heated up to a certain degree, right? And you take the pH of it, you let it sit, cool, take the pH again, you heat it back up, then you bottle it, so it's hot packed and stuff, which I like because there's almost no chance of like bacteria or anything like that, no kind of contaminant. And so that's a pretty standard process. They give or take on some, but I can't say how all hot sauces are made. That's pretty standard process. Because you want to make sure your pHs are good. There's a standard for that. And like how hot it is, where you heat it up, how long you sustain the heat. And I go above all of it. Like if they're like, oh, you need to heat this to 180 degrees for 10 minutes, I'm at 185 degrees for 20. You know what I mean? Yeah, I'm weird about that. I have OCD, so um, this type of stuff actually helps me with that, and I'm allowed to have OCD when it comes to that stuff.
Probably benefits.
It
What's
does.
been your biggest challenge as far as growing your brand?
I would say that the biggest challenge I've had so far um, is just trying to find the path. I said that God started me on this path, dropped breadcrumbs, led me. Um, I had my job for 16 years, and I wasn't quite sure if I was ready to start doing this stuff full time. I was kind of doing part time, and then I had some drama at my job. They hired a guy. He came in, and him and I had known each other. They brought him in as my boss, and he came in the door a raging asshole. And he pushed my buttons. And listen, I am a calm person. I try to be rational. This dude pushed me to my line, and I was like, well, I guess I took this as a sign. So I put my 2 weeks in and started to doing it full time. And so the hardest thing was this past winter. It was a little slow because I mean it's winter time, which puts stress on me because I want to take care of my family, my wife, and everything. I stress my wife out, and I'm like, listen, event season's coming, right? Because we go to events and it's like we just start selling them, and that was pretty much the hardest thing for me. Like I am not afraid of hard work. My wife will tell you. Currently, my doctor told me I need to start getting more sleep because 2 and 3 hours a night is not acceptable for my age. And I'm like, listen here, like I drink coffee 24/7. I have always my whole life only slept anywhere from 2 to 4 hours. Like I'm used to it. And she's like, you turned 53 this year. You need to start getting 6 hours of sleep. And I went, good luck with that.
Espresso, please.
Yeah, because I'm not doing it. I'll sleep when I'm dead. That's pretty much the way I think about it. I'm not afraid of hard work, putting in what I need to do. But it's just eventually I see the foreseeable future is what's going to be coming tough is coming up with the money to get it into the bottling company and pushing forward and out because I want to make this as big as I possibly can. Like I just want as many people to have uh, something that they can put on anything that they want to, add a little or a lot of spice, and still have an amazing flavor, and just make a different type of hot sauce.
I like that. I got a off the wall question, which you kind of have it kind of answered anyway. It seems like it'd probably be multiple, but if you had to just straight up drink one of your sauces, which one would it be?
As much as it would, that much would hurt me. It's still my number one was always going to be Suicide Nectar. It's the peach. It's my first one. Um, I love this sauce. I love the fact that it's hot to begin with, but when you put it on something that's temperature hot, the peach flavor increases, but so does the heat. So I'm gonna say if there was one I gotta drink, it's probably gonna be that one.
First
And I've eaten a lot of that.
You said earlier you're a big barbecue guy, smoker.
Yeah.
As Sowers grows, would you ever think about getting into like seasonings, maybe like a barbecue, like a hot barbecue sauce, spicy barbecue sauce, or something along those lines?
I actually have some barbecue sauces that I make and some glazes. They've seen the light of day to a few people, like in the barbecue community. They were very well received. They're very good. Um, I make a peach bourbon barbecue sauce. Um, and when you taste out of the bottle, it tastes really good, but it almost leaves you with the feeling of it's missing something. But that's because I made it so that there's a bit of a hole in the flavor profile so that no matter what seasoning you use, it fills in that hole. So like I could be sitting there making barbecue chicken. You could be sitting there making barbecue chicken. You're using a different seasoning on your chicken and mine. We use the same barbecue sauce and it'll still taste different. Um, but I'm trying to focus more on the hot sauces. Like I have hot honeys too that I've made some, sent them out. They're very well received. Um, I was very picky about the containers I want to put them in, because honey is probably nature's most perfect food. Like, um, it has, really good enzymes. It'll last forever. And it can be used as a preservative itself. And I know that you don't want to heat it up past 140 degrees. You'll kill the enzymes. You don't want to put it in plastic, none of that stuff. So I'm very particular about the containers they're going to go in. But when those come out, I mean, they're hot, but they are good. Uh, they, I think I sent out a total of like 24 bottles to people and let them try them. But they've been on the back burner for like a year because I'm still trying to find just the right container for them because I don't want to put them in plastic squeeze containers. I don't want to, like, I'm thinking that I want them to come out in like a glass container with a wooden lollipop, you know what I mean? No metal, like drizzle it on that way. Um, but, there's things I've been doing with spicy butters, jams. So I have my fingers in a bunch of stuff.
There we go. That's good news.
Yeah.
Hopefully we start seeing that. If you find any of that barbecue sauce, you want to throw it in my box with the sauces I'm about to order. I ain't gonna say no. But
I got you, my man.
yeah, man. I'm looking forward to seeing that go. But to round out, we got a couple more things for you. But first thing, I'm gonna ask you the question I told you about in pre-production that we ask all our guests at the end of each episode, and that is, Chris, knowing what you know today, what is one thing you would tell your 18-year-old self?
I would tell my 18-year-old self that a scared man makes no money, but a dumb man loses it all. Like, be smarter in your decisions. And
I like
that's
that, Dylan. We could
pretty much
definitely
it.
use that because we're a couple of bozos that go to a casino way too much, and you can probably guess how that story goes for us. So.
I will not set foot. There's this thing that I have called Sowers luck, and that's why my pockets would be empty.
Yeah. We have the same thing for sure.
Yeah.
For sure. But Chris, before we get out of here, let everyone know where they can buy the sauce, where they can follow you on social media, see the videos, so we can get some of our audience over to you and to see what you got going on.
Sowershotsauce.com. You order it, we'll ship it. I'm on TikTok, Instagram, Facebook. My consistency on all of them sucks, but I'm trying. I'm trying to do better with it. I post a lot of videos cooking with my hot sauces so you can see the versatility and stuff. I have 8 smokers, so I'm always cooking something. You can check me out there. You can always message me, any kind of local people. And if you're close to me, I'll meet you. Save on the shipping. You know what I mean?
There we go. And that's exactly what we did. Reached out via TikTok, and you obliged. You're here now. We very much appreciate, your, I'm assuming, very little free time with all the stuff you got going on with the company and cooking up sauces and getting all this stuff going. So thanks a lot for joining us. And yeah,
I appreciate y'all having me. I appreciate y'all.
Yeah, for sure, man.
Yeah,
This was great. It was great getting to know you and getting to kind of get the behind the scenes on how you make your sauces and the whole nine, man. So we hope that you guys go over there, sowershotsauce.com. Make sure you put some orders in, and if you do, let them know that you came from our side of things. So that's always a good thing for us as well. But D'Lo, other than that, you know what time it is, man.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. That is a wrap on 226 Live, TSP Saturday nights. We appreciate everyone who tuned in, stopped by, dropped a comment, liked the videos, subscribed. Yeah, Chris, thank you so much for the time. It's been a pleasure to get in behind the scenes and, getting a deep dive in some of those hot sauces. Thank you so much to everyone involved in the show tonight, from myself and Bobby, Bobby, and Chris. You guys have a wonderful week, friends, and we'll catch you for the next one, 227. Peace.
TSP, we like to welcome you. Every show we drop a gem on you to invest in you. We giving you the game, not no lame shit. These other podcasts talk about the same shit. We talk sports, world news, entertainment.